This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
Today we are back with weekend 2 of Countdown to Christmas behind us, and we're here to talk about Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper, which originally premiered on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, October 25th, and is currently available to stream on Hallmark Plus. And I'm here to tell you right now, go and stream it. Spoiler alert.
Oh, because you liked it so much? I thought you might have like some news and notes about Friendly TV.
I do. We'll get to it. But first, let's remind everybody, y'all, we're everywhere. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're Girls Gone Hallmark. Our website is also very easily girlsgonehallmark.com. If you're not on our website, you're missing out. There is some great stuff over there. Detailed show notes, way more blog posts than we talk about here. Deep dives into your favorite shows, favorite actors. And you can also sign up for our newsletter dropping weekly, girlsgonehallmark.com.
Is it? I'm not signed up. I don't write it either. So is it dropping weekly? That's amazing.
It is now.
Sorry. What a witch cackle before Halloween. Appropriate.
Look, we are deep in holiday whiplash over here. Like, my house is very fall, but we're talking all things Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, can't believe I still have pumpkins out. Y'all, it's October 27th as we record this.
Yeah, as I was watching Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper on Saturday night, in my neighborhood, they do a golf cart sort of drive-by to look at all the Halloween decorations.
Nice!
As I'm watching a Christmas
Were they
movie.
like beep, beep as they drive by?
Sure.
I really love that.
Isn't that cute? But I was like, quiet out there. I'm watching my Christmas movies. Yeah. Hey, we love a good mailbag episode.
We do.
But we need our listeners' help with that. So if you have thoughts on Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper, or any of what Hallmark is offering right now, we encourage you to email us your thoughts at girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com, or you can leave us a voicemail at 949-329-8090. Nobody's going to answer. Just call. Share your thoughts, and then we'll play it on an episode.
That's right, we will. You did mention a little bit of news and notes regarding Friendly. So Friendly is a streaming app that many people use to watch Hallmark, and there are a lot of ways to watch Hallmark. Friendly, we actually, you and I, between the two of us, have quite a few ways to watch Hallmark. Mm-hmm. You have cable, I have YouTube TV, which is basically streaming cable. We both have Friendly, we both have Hallmark Plus. I like Friendly. I feel like it's a really budget-friendly option, and it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. You can watch live. It has a DVR. My favorite thing about Friendly is that you can scroll back 3 days in the guide.
Yeah. By the way, this is not an ad for Friendly.
No, but we would be more than happy to partner with them if they wanted to reach out to girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com. Girls Gone Hallmark brought to you by Friendly this holiday season.
Oh, making wishes come true.
Doesn't it sound good?
Yeah.
We also can be bought if you would like a Girls Gone Hallmark brought to you by Hallmark Plus. We use them all, and genuinely there's different things we like about all of them. Yeah. But you can scroll back in that Friendly guide and hit record on anything you might have missed, which is great. This is not an ad for Friendly, though. What we're here to say is Hallmark has started talking about the fact that they are in the middle of negotiations, and Hallmark may be leaving the app. You've seen this happen before, right? Like, you're watching network television and it's like, Spectrum is no longer going to carry CBS. You're at risk of losing your favorite shows. And then they always seem to strike a deal.
Something always works out, yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Interestingly enough, if you do click the link that Hallmark shares with this information, there is, of course, a heavy promo for Hallmark Plus on that link, which makes sense, which got me thinking, what's the best move for Hallmark here, right? I think Hallmark is one of the biggest draws on Friendly.
Probably. I imagine so.
They have a lot of channels there. Lifetime's there. The channel that shall not be named there. There are a lot of channels now. They've beefed up their programming. But I do think Hallmark is one of the biggest draws. So I think it would be beneficial to Friendly to make the deal. Friendly was recently acquired by Roku. But then I'm like, well, if it goes away, is that good for Hallmark? Because then it drives more people to Hallmark Plus? Or is it not the best time for that to be happening because you don't want to lose your viewers in the middle of the season?
Exactly.
And many of them may not make that jump. Many of them are going to say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do another streamer. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what can happen. I'm curious to see what will happen. But if you've seen that on your Friendly streaming, that's the deal as we know it as of right this minute.
It could be old news by tomorrow when this episode comes out. Who knows?
Speaking of news, let's hear a synopsis for Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper.
A weatherman reunites with his high school crush while on vacation in his hometown. Look, I didn't write this. I pulled this from IMDb. The man was not on vacation. He went home for the holidays to help his sister on a fundraiser.
True. Very true.
He was working. He was not on vacation.
True.
Anyway.
Russell Hainline is credited with the teleplay. Russell has 7 writing credits and has written some of Hallmark's recent hits like The Santa Class, 3 Wiser Men and a Boy, and The Santa Summit. The movie is based on an original concept by Robert Buckley, and the story credit is given both to Robert Buckley and Russell Hainline. Robert Buckley has 2 previous writing credits, The Christmas House and The Christmas House 2, Deck Those Halls, both co-starring Jonathan Bennett.
I've never seen either of those movies.
I have seen the first one. I'm not sure if I've seen the second.
I feel like I need to go on a little bit of a Robert Buckley deep dive.
Yeah,
You think?
I think you should.
I think I should too.
The Christmas Contract, I believe, is a Robert Buckley favorite, and I have heard that it is streaming on Netflix.
Oh, really?
I don't even know if it's a Hallmark movie. I've just seen a lot of people talk about it recently. I saw some Instagram shares about it this morning, so I may have to give that a watch.
In all of our free time. Mm-hmm. Jason Bork directed. Jason has 62 directing credits, including A Reason for the Season, Our Holiday Story, and Scouting for Christmas.
Robert Buckley plays Ted Cooper. We last saw Robert Buckley in An Unexpected Valentine earlier this year, and he also started one of our favorites from last season, 'Twas the Date Before Christmas. It's really been a Robert Buckley kind of year. Every time I see him, I like him more and more.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Robert Buckley Not Jr. from you.
Well, I know. I actually appreciated that someone used it in our Facebook group the other day talking about it. I was like, oh, it's good to be seen. In my mind, he will always be Robert Buckley, not Jr.
Yeah, I can't even remember. We thought he was Junior.
I did.
Robert Buckley Jr. for a long time. Did we reference him like that for a while?
At least once. Okay. I definitely did. He's not.
Kimberley Sustad plays Hope. It's been almost a year since we've seen Kimberly on Hallmark, where she co-starred in The Santa Class and 3 Wiser Men and a Boy. We will see her reprise her role as Dr. McLaren in the upcoming 3 Wisest Men later this year.
Megan Heffern plays Kate Cooper. Megan has 70 acting credits, and fans will recognize her from Autumn at Apple Hill and The Cases of Mystery Lane. Death is Listening. Speaking of The Cases of Mystery Lane, did you see that screenshot that Eric, co-host of Hallmark Mysteries and More, posted of one Paul Campbell commenting the Cases of Mystery Lane has been canceled?
What?
Isn't that devastating?
I honestly just feel like I've been punched in the gut.
I know.
I had not seen that. How is that possible?
It's a mistake.
Those movies are fan-freaking-tastic.
Big mistake, right?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Huge mistake. Huge. I'm literally feel so pissed off right now. I don't know how to recover. Barbara Pollard plays Ruth Mittens. Barbara has 35 acting credits and last appeared in Confessions of a Christmas Letter from 2024.
Reed and Elizabeth plays Hope's best friend, Sydney. This is her first role on Hallmark, but you might recognize her as Officer Brooks on the series Alert! Missing Persons Unit.
Brendan Penny appears as newscaster Ken. Brendan has 63 acting credits, and we last saw him as Gabriel in the Hallmark miniseries Providence Falls. Brendan will star in the upcoming The More the Merrier opposite Rachel Boston.
Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper was filmed in early summer 2025 in and around Vancouver. We are going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back with our first impressions. Hey, Wendy, what was your first impression of Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper?
A little bit of a spoiler. 5 stars before Halloween. I didn't have that on my bingo card, but wow, Hallmark came swinging this year.
We have similar themes to our first impressions. Mine, look, I had so many. I don't know about you. When you take notes or when you watch these movies, do you think like, oh, that's a great first impression?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great. I could have said so many things because there were so many notable things about this movie, but I simply went with freaking Russell Hainline does it again.
He's too good.
He's too good. When we say he only has 7 writing credits, and believe me, 7 writing credits. He's written 7 movies. That's a lot. I've written 0 movies. Yeah. But he's so good, and they're all so good. Mm-hmm. This movie brought me so much joy.
Does he not get enough credit?
I think he's getting the credit, but I think it's special that this is year 4 with Russell Hainline movies in the lineup, and they all hit. Mm-hmm. They all hit.
They all do.
We're not like, oh, if that was a stinker. We're not going to. Hasn't happened yet.
Nope, not yet.
Let's talk what we liked. The list is long. Buckle up, y'all.
I want to kick off the likes section with a comment from our Facebook community.
Yeah.
It comes from listener Steven, and he wrote in Facebook, "This may not be only the best movie of the Christmas season, but maybe the best movie of the year." Russell Hainline wrote this movie, and there are many similar vibes to the Santa Summit. He has a very individual, unique style.
So let's start with the first part of that. When I was watching this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a runaway hit. Mm-hmm. I watched this twice, and I was so excited to get to watch it again. And I was like, I'm going to watch this multiple times this season. Mm-hmm. I rarely think that, simply because we have so much holiday content to get through. It's not like I didn't like that movie enough to watch it again. It's like, I'm probably not going to make the time. Mm-hmm. I am going to this, I agree, could be the best movie of the year.
That's a big statement. It is, as recording, October 27th.
I know. It could be it's going to be hard to beat it. Haul out the Halloween.
Huge.
Runaway hit in my mind. Mm-hmm. This, like, out of the park grand slam.
On World Series weekend, by the way.
Series weekend. Yes. I was smiling as I was watching this. We love some calm in our ROM, and Russell brings the calm.
Yeah. But you know who also brings the calm? Robert Buckley.
Robert Buckley is this whole cast, the pairing of Robert Buckley with Brendan Penny. Mm-hmm. Is so good.
It's so good.
Brendan Penny is the arrogant newscaster. His final line when he goes, I'm going to have to sell my boat. I laughed out loud. I've seen it 3 times. I laughed out loud every single time. I made you rewatch it this morning.
Yeah. She's like, wait, my favorite line here. We have to watch it again. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I love their sparring at the top of this movie where they're like on the news. And then when their scene ends and he makes a comment about Ken's hair not being his own, I just was like, wow, we went there.
Your hair looks so good. You almost can't even tell it's fake. And he just keeps walking out. And Brendan's like, what?
The cut's deep.
It's so good. It was the perfect amount of it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just a cameo. It carried it through from beginning to end. It's so good. They're like brotherly energy, like just kind of mean enough to each other.
Yeah, exactly. I want to talk though, when I think of Robert Buckley, not Jr., he doesn't come up, I wouldn't initially like immediately be like, oh, he's a funny guy, right? But I feel he's got some comedy chops about him. Mm-hmm. He is so good in this movie. The delivery, the timing, the self-deprecating humor in this, it was all pitch perfect to me. There is an effortless charm that is there that reminds me every time I watch him, I go, oh, yeah. He's one of Hallmark's funny guys. Mm-hmm. We just need more of it. We need more. I'm going to talk a little bit later about it, but we just need more of that energy. I do in my life.
Me too. Ruth Mittens.
Yeah.
Ruth Mittens, Miss Mittens. She might be my favorite Hallmark sidekick of the season. We're 3 movies in. She says, you can call me Ruth. Actually, you can call me anytime you like. And then when he says, like, easy there, Mittens, it made me laugh every single freaking time. I'm hurt, Ted. I'm not blind. She's so good. And then the addition of the Lackawanna Walkers, the Soul Sisters.
Yeah.
A gift. Like, they take him shopping. He's like, oh, they added me to the group chat. Oh my gosh.
Can I tell you a funny story? I laughed out loud when I saw this walking group of mature ladies and their soul sister. Is that what they're called? Soul sisters?
Yes.
I recently saw a similar walking group in my neighborhood who were also wearing matching t-shirts.
No.
Their name is Streetwalkers.
I love it. Streetwalkers on their shirts.
I want to join their group.
I know. I really would like my own matching tracksuit.
Look, I thought all that stuff was so funny.
So well executed.
When they show up to the Christmas party and they're dressed like Mean Girls from the I don't know if you caught that.
I don't think I did.
They're dressed up like the four who do the Mean Girls like
Santa dance.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. Look, there may be Soul Sisters merch coming to a Girls Gone Hallmark shop sometime
love it.
soon.
Let's do it. One of my favorite things about this, and you touch on it briefly, but I loved how they cut back to the news station, like this running gag throughout the entire movie of everybody keeping tabs on Ted's accidents and like where they were on their like betting. I thought that was so funny. I thought it was so clever. It just added a lot of layers to why we would care about Ted's accidents. It wasn't just like, oh, Ted's accident prone, and that's just like an like everybody was invested in it. I loved it.
Yeah, they landed the plane on that bit.
100%.
The representation in this movie did not go unnoticed, and it's done in a way that I would like to see it done in every movie. We have a wheelchair user as one of Hope's besties. We have a patient communicating via ASL. There's a decent amount of racial diversity in the movie. This makes the stories richer, and they are incidental to the story. Hope's bestie could have been anybody. And the fact that she just happens to be a woman who uses a wheelchair.
It's not part of the narrative.
No.
At all.
That's how it should exist. It's
Yeah.
not like this is a movie about a person who uses a mobility aid.
Yeah.
It's like this is Hope's bestie who happens to get around differently than you do.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. No.
It's good.
Super appreciate it.
Can we talk about my favorite emotional moments?
Yes, I cried in this movie. I cried.
Did you cry when Ted asks her out via ASL?
No, I did not. But I did love that scene, though.
When he asks her out I got very, and she signs back your cue.
Yeah.
It was such a touching moment. Talking about landing the plane, there are multiple callbacks that are so good. It wasn't just like, oh, there's this patient that uses ASL. It's Ted learns that Hope knows ASL because her father was deaf, and then he shows up and has this really meaningful moment and asks her out.
Yeah, it was good. Here's the scene where I cried. They go to the bar where they're gonna get the burgers, right? It's like they come in. He goes, "Let me go get us some beers," which I loved because if you don't follow Russell on Instagram, you're missing out. But he likes a good beer, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if this is somehow connected here." Anyway, he goes, "Let me go get us some Christmas ale," and he goes to the bar, and she goes and sits down, and he turns around and looks at her from across the room, and the music swells, and oh my God, I get choked up.
Me too.
I was like,
the way they looked at each other.
Oh, so good.
It gives we like each other. Something's happening here. It was, and she kind of looks away. Oh my gosh, I have chills. I also thought it was a real nice pairing of sweet and humor when Hope's trying to open up about losing her dad as Ted's face is rapidly swelling and his throat is closing due to his allergic reaction.
Yes.
And it is the perfect exemplification of him not wanting to inconvenience people. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good things in the relationship between Hope and Ted that I liked. A lot of things we don't see a lot. We have the misunderstanding, and as Hope realizes that they've had a misunderstanding, she races to his house and confronts him about it and is like, this is what I thought, and this is what I heard, and these are why I thought this. I love that. Mm-hmm. But even more in that moment, she says to him, advocating for yourself isn't an imposition. Needlepoint that on a pillow.
Yeah, it was great. It's a great line.
Because I am not like Ted in that I am a bright sider. I'm very much not a bright sider, but I am like Ted in that it is one of my biggest nightmares to think that I am imposing on somebody.
Yeah.
And I will almost every time choose a path that might potentially make my life harder if there's a chance it makes someone else's life easier.
Right.
And I needed to hear advocating for yourself isn't an imposition.
I like that line. That scene was incredible. It was incredible. We watched it back this morning too. When she tells Ted that he's surface, my heart broke in that moment. Oh, it was so good.
And he's just quiet.
Yeah. We haven't talked about the brother-sister dynamic.
No.
Shout out Megan Heffron. She's great in this. I really like her in a lot of other roles too. Like she's in we just talked about it.
I can't remember.
Gone but not forgotten, guys. This is a mystery link.
Oh
my God. Anyway, I enjoy her quite a bit. I thought they were great in this. It's part teasing, part love. Like it nails adults at Christmas time. Adult siblings at Christmas time. I loved it. I loved all the poking and teasing. Loved all of that. I loved several moments in terms of writing. The whole classic misunderstanding where like Miss Mittens was like, oh, this is a classic misunderstanding. This felt very meta. Like this is like, okay, Hallmark fans, we see you. Like we know that the Hallmark movies have been built on classic misunderstandings. I thought it was great. There was also a personal fave. There's a Liam Neeson line in this movie from one of my favorite Liam Neeson movies called Taken. And it comes from Bestie Sydney, where she was talking about how she has skills. She says, and this is a very famous Liam Neeson quote, I have a very particular set of skills. And like it goes ... I know you've heard me reference more than once, good luck. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I think I'd say it at home a lot, but it's this conversation in this Liam Neeson movie.
I've seen the movie.
It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite. It's terrifying.
It is terrifying. That's why I could only watch it the one time. But Liam Neeson is fantastic.
He kicks ass in this movie.
Yeah.
And this is where he comes. He's like, the guy on the other end of the phone is like threatening him. And then Liam Neeson goes into this whole thing like, I have a very particular set of skills. Basically, like, I'm going to come and get you. And then the guy goes, good luck. And so I always say good luck to like a lot of people. Anyway, maybe not to you. Anyway, I loved it. I love the Taylor Swift Eras Tour mentions in that. I love a pop cultural reference. Thank you to Russell Hainline.
So I was prepping my notes and I posted on one of the many social media sites, Blue Sky, I think. I was like, I'm trying to come up with a list of lines that made me laugh out loud. And my list is so long. I said, Russell, how about you just send us a script and we'll do a live read on Girls Gone
Oh my God.
Because my list was so long. But I just need to share some memorable lines
Yes,
as well.
please.
Women cannot handle the hustle and grind of dating a meteorologist. Ted calling his burger mayo forward.
Yes.
Ted and Hope, she's telling him 5 things about herself, and she's like, I like romance novels, and I like ramen. And he's like, what kind of spice level? And she's like, PG-13. He goes, I meant the ramen, not the books. Great. Not a line, but simply Kate at the holiday party when Hope shows up, and she walks into the background, head to toe, Buddy the Elf. I laughed out loud. The Mark Harmon even smelled handsome running joke.
The Mark Harmon. Loved it.
I also love the escape room.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
Have you done an escape room?
I have.
First of all, I loved Brendan because one of my least favorite parts about the escape room is when the escape room employee has to get into character and be like, an art heist has occurred and you need to find the culprit before it locks you in the room.
Are you embarrassed for them?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because I'm no fun. Mm-hmm. So when Brendan was like, you are Santa's elves, it just made me laugh. I thought it was a great take on escape rooms. I also thought the escape room itself, production-wise, well done.
Yeah.
When the bear like sinks into the box, I was like, hey, look at that. They spent a little money in this space. I thought it was a fun idea. I thought it was well executed.
I agree.
Well, let's talk wishes.
I have just one. And it's about commentary I read about the movie.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember where I saw it at, but somebody commented that they thought Ted's bright siding would also be annoying.
Oh, I saw that on our Instagram.
And I just feel, for me personally, life right now is dark. It's hard. It's sad. It's rough for a lot of people. And I think it's refreshing to have somebody who is joyful and who can bright side. I need more Ted Cooper.
I need more Ted Cooper too. I was thinking about their misunderstanding and I thought how nice to have someone who, when Hope shows up to clear up the misunderstanding, he's like, oh, that's what happens. And she's like, don't you have more to say about that? He's like, well, it's over. Like, you're here. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
Why would I dwell on, okay, you ran away and you hid, but now we've worked through that. Like, why are we going to, okay, let's be happy about it.
I know. I feel like, because I think we're so accustomed to, like, and then that leads to a fight and like a bigger argument or a bigger misunderstanding. And I just was like, okay. Yes. It was surface, but it's okay.
Sometimes that's okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I did think she was right to push back on you should advocate for yourself more. But that is really my only wish, because I do think Hope maybe is a little bit too frustrated that he's not willing to get upset. And I think those are two different things. Like, I wanted Ted to advocate for himself. Pick the job that you want, not because some person gave you a job at one time. I wanted that for him too. But I really feel like she pushes a little bit too hard into wanting him to be like, well, let's fight about this or let's get mad about this. And I really love Sydney's, oh no, a handsome, gainfully employed man in a good mood. I loved that.
Yeah.
To kind of bring her back to where she needed to be. Also, I want to say, this is not a knock against the script at all, but the limo scene packed with people blaring music when they get in, I was like, this is an absolute nightmare. And my husband was like, wow, just a party a minute over there. And I was like, hashtag no fun. It's well known.
I mean, I wouldn't want to get in. I love this. Ted's like, yeah, crank it up, right? Like, that wouldn't be me. I'd be like, oh my God, Christmas music, stop right now.
If you order an Uber and it shows up with 6 people blaring music,
I'd cancel it right there.
I would like duck and roll. Don't even stop. Just slow down a little bit.
Not Wendy. I don't know who you're looking to pick up. That's not me.
Let's talk. Did you see that?
Okay. I have a few.
Okay.
My first one is Ted's parking job.
Oh.
When he locks his keys and his phone in his car, there's an overhead shot, and Ted's car is parked in between 2 parking spaces.
Oh, he's straddling the line?
Yeah.
Oh, Ted.
I was like, that's so funny that's like where there's no other cars in the lot,
No.
but he is in between like 2 parking stalls.
I wonder if there was some filming logistical reason for that.
Perhaps.
When Ted and Hope go on their first pub date, pre-date, Ted had been shopping with the ladies, with the Soul Sisters, and they're like, I don't know, in a coffee shop or a restaurant together, and Hope walks in. Ted is still in his pink, which we haven't even talked about the wardrobe. Ted's commitment, such a great bit that he's wearing the clothes. And also, one of my comments was like, how does he look good in a sorority sweatshirt and his own jacket? Like, he looked good in that outfit.
Yeah.
But he is still in that sorority sweatshirt in the moment when Hope comes in. They leave the ladies. They walk. He's like, I need to drop this stuff off at my car. Commercial break. Next scene, they're in the pub. He's in like a nice cable knit sweater.
Oh.
And then as we were watching, I was like, when did he change? And I had to rewind. When did he change? Maybe in the car, he just rips off that sweatshirt and he's like, I gotta look good for Hope.
We missed a shirtless Robert Buckley.
Did we get a shirtless street change?
Yeah.
Is that a scene that got cut? And he's like, maybe I should get out of the sorority.
Somebody weigh in.
Yeah. Is that on the cutting room floor? Our email is girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com.
Question for you. When he grabs the wrong suitcase where you're like, here we're going with this.
Yeah. And it was so perfectly executed because he's like, I'm just going to wear this cropped sweater.
Yeah.
So good.
Loved it. One of the scenes we didn't talk about is just here, the Ring camera footage of him practicing his phone calls to Hope and the sister watching it. Chef's kiss. Perfection.
Can I tell you one of the most embarrassing moments of my life? When I was in college, we had we could send robocalls, basically. Like if you were like in an organization, you need to be like, hey folks, we have a meeting, whatever. Like you could send it straight to voicemail. And I was the director of an organization and would send them regularly to my committee. And I would re-record them. And one time, it wasn't erasing the re-records. So I sent probably a 7-minute message that goes, hey, special games committee. Like, I have not forgotten it. If the 1999 Special Games Committee is out there and you remember the robocall that wouldn't quit, that's me.
Oh my God.
Audio editing is your friend.
Oh my God, that's
And
hilarious.
the worst part is this is pre-cell phone ubiquity. Like a lot of people I knew didn't even have cell phones, and it wasn't something we used. So these were going to their on-campus telephones that you shared with your roommates.
Oh my God.
We didn't even have like our own voicemail. It would be like there was one voicemail because you had one phone number, right? So the roommates, I vividly remember one of the guys' roommates who happened to be probably the most well-known person on campus because he was this tall, handsome volleyball player who then went on to play in the Olympics twice. And I heard that person's feedback on that message.
Oh my God.
And the humiliation 30 years later still lives with me.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
So I felt I was afraid that was what was going to happen, that all of those messages
All
were
those
going to go
calls.
through. The trauma is real. There's 2 Brendans in the movie.
What?
There's a Brendan at the escape room, and then the guy who loves the Eras Tour, the producer, the camera guy, his name's Brendan too.
I thought the guy in the escape room was named Russell.
No, they say it over and over. They say Brendan, like at the escape room.
It seems to me that it would be kind of weird where there are 2 characters of the name Brendan.
That's why I put it in my notes. His name is Brendan.
You also did not feel well this weekend.
No,
so
I really didn't. But why would I have thought there were 2 Brendans?
you were just so taken by Brendan Penny in this movie.
And Brendan Penny!
Greetings, fellow elves, and welcome to Escape from Santa's Workshop. My name is Brendan.
Okay. Brendan. So now go to the end, the cameraman. What's his name?
Hi, I'm Sydney.
Brandon.
Brandon.
Who's Russell?
I don't know. There's no.
Okay, maybe I'm confused about that. So there's Brendan and Brandon. That's confusing.
My fault.
You said you watched this live? Did you fast forward through commercials if you watched it unfriendly?
Yes.
Okay. There was a Hallmark keepsake ornament commercial.
Oh.
Which I don't think I've ever seen before during a Hallmark movie. Usually it's like Balsam Hill or whatever. And didn't we learn earlier this year that Hallmark was trying to marry like the Hallmark movies and the ornaments like together?
I think staffing wise, yes.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen a Hallmark keepsake ornament commercial before during a movie.
Oh, interesting.
That's
I don't.
all.
Yeah.
That's all.
I play the Hallmark Countdown to Christmas sweepstakes.
Oh, do you?
I mean, I never win anything, but they often give away Hallmark keepsake ornaments, Hallmark decor.
I gotta tell you, my husband ordered the Lacey Chabert ornament for his brother.
We have spent quite a bit of money on Hallmark ornaments this year because they have a Gilmore Girls line, and my daughter is newly into Gilmore Girls. So we bought the gazebo.
Nice.
They also have a Gilmore Girls collection. We bought the tiny little Lorelai and Rory stuffed animals. They have a Gilmore Girls loungefly that is so freaking cute.
Yeah. Again, not an ad, but
No.
call us.
Yeah. Also, my son really loves the Pokemon character Piplup, and I was like, he doesn't have a Piplup ornament. And my husband's like, oh, good call. And I Googled it. There was a Hallmark keepsake Piplup ornament a couple years ago. Found a new in-box one on Poshmark
Nice.
for $12. It definitely cost more than that in store when it came out.
I'm sure.
And it has arrived at my house, and it is in
How
like new condition.
exciting.
Yeah, good thing my son doesn't listen to Girls Gone Hallmark. One last did you see that? Thank you to listener and Facebook group moderator Mackie, who emailed us that in the original airing of this movie, writer Russell Hainline's name was spelled with just one L. Mm-hmm. And we do know from our interview with him that he's like, everyone does that. He goes, there's no Russells with one L. Russell Crowe, 2 L's.
Yeah, he says it happens all the time, right?
She messaged director Jason Borg, and as it is currently streaming now, it has been corrected. Russell with 2 L's.
Yeah, I noticed it when we.
Me too.
When I was watching the movie.
Yeah, you mentioned it. And then as I was watching, I was like, it's done twice.
Yeah.
Well, one right back to back. So, Mackie, good for looking out. You're a good person getting that corrected. Russell, you have Mackie to thank for that correction. Although maybe you messaged
He's like,
Director Bork as well.
my name is spelled wrong. Yeah.
Twice. Hey, Wendy, I don't think I need to ask. What did you rate Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper?
5 freaking stars.
5 freaking stars. One last question. It's time for the smoochometer.
Oh, I've been wanting to make.
Those images.
Yeah, I know. It's
on my list.
It's on the list. Smoochometer. Trying to remember the scene.
It's on camera.
It was good. It was. Is it out of 10 flaming lips? I give it a good 8.5.
Oh, I gave it a 9.
Okay.
8.5, 9 flaming lips for the smoochometer. Hey, thank you for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. If you love this podcast, it's not too late. It is never too late to leave us a 5-star rating and review in the Apple Podcast app. And we'll be back next time with more Hallmark reviews. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.